So 19 people have lost their lives. 19 Mumbaikars have died, a tragedy that could have been prevented. The MLA is in a hotel in Guwahati enjoying a 5-star treatment there. There's not a soul at his office. And a larger question, why is building collapse an annual occurrence during rains in Mumbai? Why do Mumbaikars have to die like this? Why do these tragedies happen despite so much planning for monsoons? Joining us to discuss this is Farooki, leader of the Shiv Sena. Also, we will be joined by Advocate Ghansham Mishra of the Citizen Voice in just a bit. But Mr. Farooki, if I can come to you first, sir. This isn't the first time a building has collapsed in Mumbai during rains. The people are saying there that the minister has visited, but are these visits enough? What about the basic necessities of people over there? Have they been addressed?
Yeah, actually, it is very hurting and disturbing when you hear this type of news. And like yesterday also, there was an incident. We went to see all our ShivSena MLAs and MPs were present there. I would just like to tell you that sometimes the BMC gives them a notice that this building is in danger and you should vacate this place. But after that also, sometimes people, they stay in the building, same building. And that is how sometimes the incident happens. I think I will not blame people, but sometimes, once the BMC declares the building that it is in danger, it is under repairing, then I think they should vacate the place. And also the BMC should also take some action that the responsibility to vacate them from that areas and, provide them some better places. But now, since the monsoon has started, it is very, we have to look into this and make sure wherever there are buildings, such type of old buildings, they should vacate them and take some actions on this. Yeah.
Sir, if I understand you correctly, Mr. Farooki, you are saying that the notice is issued, but the people don't vacate. Now, you are admitting to the fact that there is no alternative rehabilitation that is provided to these people. Why would they vacate, sir? Where will they go? Please tell us, where will they go if they vacate that house? They are living in dangerous conditions. Yes, they should vacate, but only issuing notices are not enough. You would agree?
No, we completely understand that, yes, where will they go? But in case if what happens, some people try to have their own places, they go and they vacate their house. But some people have issues that they don't have a place to stay. So I think this type of people should come forward, speak to their
MLA. But do the authorities provide an alternative accommodation to these people, sir? Is there an arrangement to provide a different accommodation to these people? I mean, you are taking away roof from their heads, but will you give them any other place to stay?
Yeah, that is what I'm trying to tell you. In case if such situation rises that people have no place to stay, they should come forward and see there are corporators who corporators who stay there, who are ready to hear people's voice. And there are MPs and MLAs. See, right now there is a MLA called Mangesh Kurla, but he is not present over there. He should also has to be there and hear people's voice, help them, like in what condition they are. Because people who are from the place,
there is one thing called hearing people's voice. The people there on the ground, we've spoken to them. Mr. Farooki, people on the ground, we've spoken to them. They've said Aditya Thackeray has visited twice and there are other officials who will be visiting. Visits are fine. But are their needs being addressed too? That's what the people are complaining about. The rains have started. There are other dilapidated buildings there. There are kids who play there. People say that. What are you doing about that?
Surely Mr. Aditya Thackeray visited the place and he has called a meeting of the officers, all the officers, that how we are going to work on this and properly allocate places, people to some places and vacate the building and demolish or somehow put the building under repairing. So since after the visit, our Honorable Minister, Mr. Aditya Thackeray, and all the BMC officers are working on it, that how to allocate the people in some areas or some buildings or some schools. Somehow they are going to take some action on this and provide people some houses that where they can stay, that way. And they are going to completely work on the buildings who are under construction, who are under repairing work and all, and in danger.
Yes. So the question here is, when is that action going to take place? When are these people going to be provided with those alternative accommodations? The monsoons have already started. There are preparations for monsoons Every year there is a survey conducted. Authorities list buildings as dangerous and dilapidated. And yet when the monsoons arrive, we see these annual occurrences of building collapses and people dying. Now, I want to understand from you, when these lists are made of dangerous and dilapidated buildings, do they list the illegal structures there also? What happens when the buildings are listed previous year? Is there any action taken on them, or most of these are repeated in the list the following year and it goes on?
See, as I told you, so that the buildings have been completely, marked as danger. But somehow some people, try to stay in that. That is how, this incidents happen. Incident, you cannot say, because people feel that still the building is in good condition. Sometimes, I'm not blaming everyone, but few people feel like it is in good condition. We can still stay in it. That is how somehow, somewhere, such incidents happen. Otherwise, if people vacate, they come forward, they demand that we want a, place to stay. So, the government will definitely provide. But in such situation, definitely the government is going to work hard, and now they are working on it with BMC officers and all the buildings wherever they are building such like this. They are trying to make a list of it, and already the list has been made. And now working on it.
Are you saying that residents have to approach for help when you are serving them notice to vacate? Doesn't it become your prerogative, the prerogative of the authorities of the ruling dispensation, to provide them alternative arrangements without they approaching you for help?
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying, yes, there are the list has already been made, but as I told you, there are few people who try to still get in it, and they try to remain in it, in such kind of buildings. But now, since such situations are rising, and now definitely our government is going to look into this, and they will provide a big help for the people. And wherever there are buildings like this, they will definitely come forward and help people. Already for such kind of buildings, the meetings are going on. The BMC officers are, Mr. Aditya Thackeray is already in a meeting with all the officers and all. But because of this, all the situations are rising. The government was little disturbed, but now I'm not blaming such things. But now definitely they are looking into this, and they will definitely provide some places to some
Mr. Farooki,
people who have no places
happen. When is the action going to come on the ground? The people are suffering there. They have no roof over their heads. The rains have started. They are in open, forced to live in the open. When the rains are happening, the MLA is not there. MLA is enjoying his 5-star luxury at a hotel in Guwahati. I want to ask you a larger question. There may be hundreds of buildings in Mumbai which may have outlived their lifespans. There could be a tragedy waiting to happen. What do the authorities do about them?
That is what I'm telling you, Mr. Ravin, that yes, the meetings are going on, and definitely they are on the floor now. It is not about the meeting. They are on the floor. They are working on it. The BMC officers, Mr. Aditya Thackeray, has taken a strict action on this. He has said we don't want to see such kind of incidents, and make sure wherever there were people who are still staying inside the buildings, make them vacant the places. Have a red tagline that nobody should enter inside the buildings, such kind of building, and stay away from it. And now the government is going to work on this, and they are working on it. And wherever there are people like this, they will vacate such buildings and take action on this, and make sure, and they are also coming forward to help people. So let's see how. We have there is no answer.
All right, Mr. Farooki, I think you have made your points over there. You are saying the meetings are going to happen. One wonders, when will the complaints of these people who are there suffering on the ground will be heard? The ministers come and go, authorities come and go, but their basic needs are not addressed. When will that happen? When will these meetings get over and actual action begin on the ground? That's the big question. Mr. Farooki, thanks very much for joining us and speaking on this topic.